Borges joins us from Kilis now at the Turkish border with Syria. Anelise, Turkey has been carrying out attacks then on PKK areas in northern Iraq this morning in response to what happened in Ankara. What other details do we know?
According to Turkey's military, a group of 60 or 70 PKK members were targeted in the region of Haftani. That is a region between the Turkish border and Kandil Mountains. These mountains are said to be the stronghold of the PKK, some sort of headquarters for this group. And operations in this region have been conducted since late last year, when a peace deal, a peace negotiation was suspended with the PKK in July. Those talks were broken, and then since then the Turkish military has been conducting operations in that area. The Turkish president had said that Turkey was fighting wars on multiple fronts, fighting Daesh in Syria and Iraq, but also fighting PKK members inside Turkey. And now, of course, this fight is also in the northern territory of Iraq. So far, over here where we are, near the Turkish base of Kilis, the situation is eerily calm. We've heard so far only one firing of artillery. This is where the Turkish military has been conducting operations against YPG targets in northern Syria. And for the past 5 days that we were here, we heard those firings, those shellings happening consistently throughout the day. The sounds were very, very present. And now, at least as far as we've been here, the situation is eerily quiet.
Anelise, the other side of the border where you are, there are thousands of Syrian refugees trying to get in to Turkey. There are reports that the perpetrator of the bomb in Ankara was a Syrian national. What measures are in place on that border to vet refugees from potential terrorists?
Well, this border crossing of Onjupinar behind me is virtually closed for Syrian refugees, for Syrian nationals. They are not allowed to cross unless, of course, they have been injured, like in the case of those attacks on Monday that had seen 50 people being killed in the north of Syria. And some of those injured in Azaz were indeed transported to hospitals here in Kilis, but they will then be sent back to Syria or being processed here in Turkey as asylum seekers. We also understand that those refugees who have been fleeing the areas of Aleppo and Azaz, they cannot cross, so they have been accommodated in camps in northern Syria. There are about 8 camps in northern Syria that are ran by charities here in Turkey that cross. A couple of trucks just crossed with volunteers to attend to those people. There are as many as 35,000 people in one camp, Bab al-Salam, that is very close to the border, but these refugees are not allowed into Turkey. And those who are going back, because we have seen in the last few days people going back to Syria, either to look for their families or to join the fight with the rebels, they are asked to leave their asylum papers, their Turkish asylum papers, here. They go, but they cannot come back, and they are aware of it. So this border crossing behind me is virtually closed for those people, unless, of course, they go illegally. So this is a porous border, and some people, we are getting reports as many as 200 fighters went back to join the fight in Azaz. They might as well have crossed illegally back into Syria.
Okay, Anelise, thank you very much. Anelise Borges there on the border.